Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we got something a little bit different for you guys. We got playoff predictors for the upcoming NFL season. As you know, that the upcoming NFL season begins next Thursday on the 10th of September. And we're going to give our early playoff predictions and Super Bowl prediction. I know that there is a lot of factors going on with COVID, such as home field advantage not being able to take place due to obviously fans not being able to be in the arena in their stadiums, so that could affect teams like the Chiefs and the Seahawks, who are notably very good at home. And yeah, ultimately we're just gonna end up getting right into it. We're gonna go week by week all the way up until the playoffs, and then we're gonna do the entire playoffs, and then we're gonna do the entirety of the Super Bowl. So looking at this week 1, I think that the Chiefs will beat the Texans. I think the Chiefs are a much better team. I think the Jets aren't as good of a team, so I think the Bills will also win. Jaguars are completely awful, so we're going to go with the Colts. Dolphins, for as much as they've improved, I don't see the Patriots losing this. The Ravens will not lose to the Browns. The Chargers will beat the Bengals. And I'm going to go, I know that the Titans always have a little bit of an iffy come up, so I'm going to give the Broncos the win over the Titans. I expect, just for the record, to be wrong on all of these predictions. I know that there are going to be a lot of people that are saying, why are my team's not this bad, or so, blah blah blah, but these are just purely my predictions based off of who I believe will win and who I think will finish in what order in the division. Not necessarily, obviously I'm going to be wrong, injuries play a factor, things like that, but these are purely what I believe based off of the games that they're going to play. So I'm going to give this win to the Panthers. The Steelers are a much better team than the Giants. Seahawks, probably. Eagles, definitely. I'm going to give this... The Bears' offense is a little shaky for me, but the Lions' defense is also a little shaky for me. I'm going to give it to the Lions. I'm going to give week 1 to the Vikings. I'm going to give the 49ers the win. I'm going to give the Saints the win. And I'm going to give the first win to the Cowboys. Week 2, see the Bengals and the Browns. I don't see the Browns losing. Bills will not lose to the Dolphins. Steelers should beat the Broncos. Titans will easily handle the Jaguars. Chiefs will beat the Chargers. Ravens will beat the Texans. The Vikings will beat the Colts. The 49ers will beat the Jets. The Saints will beat the Raiders. The Seahawks will beat the Patriots. I don't see the Bears losing to the Giants. The Panthers and the Buccaneers. I'm going to give that win to the Buccaneers. The Eagles and the Rams. Probably... I'm going to go with the Eagles. The Lions and the Packers. And the Cardinals will pick up their first win of the season against the Washington football team. In week 3, the Dolphins and the Jaguars. That's a very hard matchup. Both teams are pretty bad, but I'm going to have the Dolphins beating the Jaguars. I think the Patriots will beat the Raiders. I'm going to give the Steelers the win here. I'm going to give the Colts the win here because I think that they're a better team. The Chiefs and the Ravens. I'm going to give this... This one's probably the hardest decision. I'm going to give this, though, to... I'm going to give it to the Ravens. I like their defense a lot. The Bills and the Rams. I'm going to give the Rams this win. I'm going to give the Browns the win over Washington. I'm going to give the Eagles the win. I'm going to give the Vikings the win. I think that the Panthers will beat the Chargers. I think the Bucks will drop the Broncos. I think the Falcons will beat the Bears. I think the Niners will beat the Giants. The Cardinals will beat the Lions. I'm gonna give this win to the Cowboys. And I think the Saints will beat the Packers. Looking at week 4, you're starting to get a couple other matchups that are a little bit harder to choose. I'm gonna give the Jets their first win against the Broncos as an upset. Same thing, maybe not as upset, but I think the Jaguars will win. The Titans will get the win over the Steelers. The Chiefs will beat the Patriots. I'm gonna give the Raiders. No, I'm gonna give the Bills the win. Colts and Bears. I think the Colts are a pretty good team. I think that they're gonna surprise a lot of people this year, so I'm gonna give it to the Colts. I think that the Bucks will win. I think that the Cowboys will win. The Seahawks will win. The Ravens will win. I'm going to give the Texans this win against the Vikings. I'm going to give the Saints this win. I'm going to give... I'm going to give the Rams this win. And I'm going to give the Packers this win. And we give the 49ers that win. I'm gonna give the Cardinals that win. Yeah, I think so. I think that the Chiefs will beat the Raiders. I think the Patriots will handle the Broncos. I think the Ravens will destroy the Bengals. I think the Texans will beat the Jaguars. I think that the Titans will beat the Bills. I think that the Colts will beat the Browns. I think that the Cardinals will beat the Jets. I think that the Steelers will beat the Eagles. I think the 49ers will beat the Dolphins. And I think the Saints will beat the Chargers. Now, Washington, they're going to lose to the Rams. The Cowboys are going to beat the Giants. I'm going to give the Vikings the win over the Seahawks. I'm going to actually give the Bears this win against the Bucks. I think that that would be an upset. I think that this is when, by this point, Nick Foles will be coming in for Mitch Trubisky and play pretty decently. I'm going to give the Falcons this win. I do not want to reset it. I kind of almost want to pick the Bills here. First, I'm gonna choose the Colts, but yeah, I'm gonna choose the Bills to upset the Chiefs. I think the Browns will beat the Steelers. I think that the Texans will beat the Titans. I think that the Broncos will win. I think that this is the game where the Jets upset the Chargers. I think that the Ravens will beat the Eagles. I think that the Lions will beat the Jaguars. I think the Washington football team will beat the Giants. I'm going to give the Bears another win here. I'm going to give the Falcons a win over the Vikings. I'm going to give the Bucks a win here. I'm gonna give this one to the Rams, and I'm gonna give the Cowboys a 5-0 start. Looking at this, Bengals versus Browns is one of those games where the Bengals probably their best chance to win, but I don't see them beating the Browns. I think that the Dolphins will beat the Chargers. I'm not too highly on the Chargers, if you couldn't tell. I think that the Bills will beat the Jets. I think that this is the first loss in the Ravens, because I am sure that they'll split. And yeah, pretty much that's it. I think the Chiefs will win. I think that the Texans will lose. And I think the Packers will win. I think the Patriots will beat the 49ers. I think the Bucks will handle the Raiders. I think the Eagles will beat the Giants. I think that the Cowboys will win. I think that the Saints will win. I think that the Cardinals will win because apparently for some reason the Seahawks playing any divisional opponent, they just like to trade. I think that the Bears will continue their win streak against the Rams. And I think that the Falcons will beat the Lions. I think that the Titans will win. I think that the Bills will win this one. I think that the Raiders will beat the Browns. I think the Chiefs will beat the Jets. And I think that the Jaguars will get their second win against the Chargers. I think that the Rams will beat the Dolphins. I think that the Colts will actually lose to the Lions. I'm going to give the Lions that. But I do really like the Colts. And I think that the Seahawks will beat the 49ers at home. I think that the Eagles will beat the Cowboys at home. The Bucks will beat the Giants. The Saints will roll the Bears. The Packers will get the running back matchup. And I think that the Panthers will too. The Ravens will beat the Colts. But that game might be very close. I think that the Texans will beat the Jaguars. I think that the Raiders will beat the Chargers, and I think that the Patriots will win. I think the Seahawks will win. I think the Chiefs will win. I think the Broncos are going to win. I think the Titans will win. I think the Cardinals will win. And I'm going to give this one to the Cowboys. I think that this is going to be the 49ers. I think that the Giants will take their win back. I think that the Lions will get their win back. And I think that the Buccaneers will knock off the Saints for the first time. I see the Titans beating the Colts. I think that the Texans will knock off the Browns. I think the Steelers will beat the Bengals. I think the Jets will beat the Dolphins. I think that the Raiders will win at home. I think the Patriots are going to surprise us and knock off the Ravens. Actually, I take that back. I think the Ravens will beat the Patriots. I think the Packers will dominate the Jaguars. I think the Bills will... I'm going to choose the Bills to actually lose that game against the Cardinals. The Eagles will beat the Giants. The Lions will win. I'm going to say the Panthers win this. The Rams will win. I think that the Saints get one over on the 49ers. And I think that the Bears will win at home. Steelers will win. Ravens get their revenge. I'm gonna give it to the Texans. I think the Chargers will beat the Broncos in their home stadium. I think the Chiefs will win. I think that the Eagles will win. I think the Colts will win this game. I think the Bengals get their first win of the season. The Seahawks will win at home. The Saints will win. The Cowboys will win. I'm going to give the Panthers the L. I'm going to give it to the Lions. I'm going to give the Bucks their 8th win of the season. I'm going to give the Ravens their revenge. The Bills will beat the Chargers. The Colts will get their win back over the Titans. The Browns should beat the Jaguars. The Dolphins are going to get one over on the Jets again. I think that the Bengals get their second win in a row. The Texans and the Lions, I'm going to give it to the Texans. I think the Raiders beat the Falcons. I think the Patriots win. The Saints win. And the Chiefs win. I'm going to give it to the Cowboys. I'm going to give it to the 49ers. I'm going to give it to the Vikings. I'm going to give it to the Packers because they're at home. And I'm going to give this win to the Eagles. I'm looking here, another tough matchup. I think the Dolphins win. Tough matchup, not tough matchup. I think that the Raiders beat the Jets. I think that the Colts beat the Texans. I think that the Browns will beat the Titans. I think the Patriots will win. The Chiefs will win. I think that the Cowboys will actually get one over on... No, I don't. I think the Steelers will win. I think the Vikings will win. I think the 49ers will win. Here, I think that the Bears will win. I think that the Falcons will actually beat the Saints. I think that the Cardinals will beat the Rams. I think the Seahawks will win. And I think that the Eagles will get it over on the Packers to make that division pretty even. I think that the Chiefs will obviously win. The Titans should win. The Colts, I'm going to give this one to the Bills. I'm going to give this one actually to the Browns. I'm going to give this one to the Patriots. This one I'm going to give to the Bears. Cowboys. I'm going to give Broncos, Seahawks, Falcons, Bucks, Giants, Lions, Niners, and Saints. I think that the Raiders will win. I think that the Bills will win. I think that the Texans will knock off the Colts. I think the Patriots and Ravens will win. I think that the Steelers should win. The Browns should win. I think that the Rams will win. I'm going to give this one to the Lions. I think that the Saints will win. Seahawks. I'm going to give this one to the Falcons. Packers. I think that the Vikings will beat the Bears. I think the Cowboys will actually lose at home. And I think the Cardinals will beat the Eagles. Looking at week 16, I think that the Broncos should beat the Chargers again. The Browns should beat the Jets. The Raiders should beat the Dolphins. I think that the Texans, first of all, will beat the Bengals, and I think that the Steelers will beat the Colts. I think that the Bills will lose to the Patriots. Yeah. I think that the Ravens will beat the Giants. I think that the Titans will beat the Packers. The Chiefs will win. The Bears will win. The Saints will win. The 49ers will sweep. The Panthers will win. The Bucks will win. The Seahawks will get their win back. And I think the Cowboys will get their win back. The last week of the season, I think that the Ravens will beat the Bengals. I think that the Bills should win. I think that the Browns get one over on good old Steel City. I think the Colts win. I think that the The Chiefs have probably by now secured that division. They might be playing, and they have no shot, so I'm gonna give that one to the Chargers. I think that the Patriots win this for the division. I think that the Titans win against the Texans. I think the Raiders are going to beat the Broncos. I'm going to give it to the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Bucks, the Packers, the Vikings, the Saints, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals. I could see that the Falcons are 7-8, so I feel like there's a game I missed. Here. This one. The Cowboys are gonna win. There. So that should be everyone. So the way that the division, everything's looking right now, it looks like I have the Chiefs, Patriots, Colts winning their divisions with the Ravens on bye, and the Cowboys, Seahawks, and Packers winning their divisions with the Saints on bye, and the wild card spots go to the Bucks, Niners, and Cardinals on the NFC, and the Bills, Browns, and Steelers on the AFC. So I think that the Bills will beat the Colts. I think that the Chiefs will win. I believe that the Patriots will win. I think that the Bucks will beat the Packers. I think that the Cowboys should beat the Cardinals. And in this matchup, assuming that nothing has changed and there's no crowd, I'm a 49er fan, and I'm still probably... I'm going to give it to the Seahawks. Think that the Ravens and Chiefs should win. And I think that the Saints and the I think that the Saints and the Seahawks will win. And I'm going to give it to the Ravens and the Saints. And I think that this year it's the Saints it's the Saints to lose once again. I think that the Saints are a very good team. I think that if they don't win it this year, then their time is up. So there you have it. Just looking at everything that I have, looks like the Bengals 2-14, as well as the Jaguars. The Jets are 3-13, Dolphins 4-12. Had the Chargers going 3-13, the Washington football team, and the Giants both down there in the win column for the NFC East. But there you have it. Those are my predictions. If you like this video, make sure you please like and subscribe. Especially if you're new to this channel, turn on that notification button. I will have more videos coming out very shortly. Some of them will deal with either NBA 2K or Madden NFL 21. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.